Hajime to everybody. At this very time in the United States, in the area that I'm in, we are about to experience the solar eclipse. I'm not going to look up. I'm going to just go through and check out the NASA one because it's just easier and I don't have to stress out about my eyes. I do have a pair of binoculars my husband has borrowed me. So you're supposed to look down. It actually has a lens that you look into, and it's supposed to only show where the eclipse actually happens. Now, I'm not going to personally do it. I'm going to be watching it on the NASA video here. I wanted to record to see how dark it actually gets throughout this time. So I'm going to just record during the time of the solar eclipse, is that the moon would go past the sun, but it would stop right in the middle of the sun, and what you would see is literally like a halo around the sun. And as an experiment, I was also experimenting with the AI digital art pieces just to see what AI would come up with, and AI kind of came up with something like this, which is what it would generally look like. Okay, so I have this on my Facebook. It would generate like it would have like sections. It would come in and start at a certain area, and then it would get darker and darker and darker, and then until completely, like right now you can see that the light, it looks like it's going to storm outside, but it's just the moon is slowly covering up the sun. So I'm enjoying seeing how this looks from a filmed perspective and how dark this actually gets. And then there's another example. I'm just, this is not quite a lunar eclipse, but it's more of, I just like an experimental thing, how it would generally look. So I want to see through this process. I don't have any particular thing that I'm in my little experiments with AI. So I feel as if, okay, let's go back to this. Where is it? Okay, so I'm not going to put volume on. There are a couple of different ones we can look at. NASA or solar eclipse, watching a live stream from Mexico. We're just going to do the live from Fox News. Okay. So I just want to see what it looks like when I record. It says Illinois, so it's recording on Illinois. Okay, Illinois. So I'm watching it from here. I don't want to look into the sun because I have a tendency of knocking my toes, or I might accidentally look up. Don't look up into the sun, folks, if you're going to be reaching it. You guys to watch what happens when you're recording. It looks like it's going to be nighttime. I think it's very interesting. I'm just fascinated to see the contrasting colors. And where we are right now, we're at Illinois. So it's probably going to take us through, I think momentarily it's supposed to happen in our area, which is like DC, Maryland area. So we can just watch. I don't want to put I don't think recording without the actual lenses that you should have for something like a telescope that's correct. So yeah, I clearly forgot to record me speaking in here, which is okay. It gives me a chance to kind of rethink the whole situation over here. Instead of going outside, I chose to stay indoors with the fur babies because I already have very bad eyesight, and I also have family history of cancer, so I don't want to cause any problems that could possibly potentially happen in a scenario like this. So being indoors with them was the best solution for me. My husband ended up taking some clips, which was great. Photograph he had taken where he works at CBS News. I don't know, he must have had a camera with the lens to be able to do something like that, which was great. And I decided to use the iPad You can start seeing on the left-hand side, that's where the best sun was. People were flocking outside in the complex to take a look at it. I'm seeing it from the inside. I kind of thought it was interesting to get it from a different perspective because, yeah, some people might not necessarily have seen it in person, which is okay. It's been all over the internet, so you can go back and revise it as well, which is kind of cool. And then I decided to make my fur baby, or complete my fur Dior's new jacket, which almost looks like Solar Eclipse glasses. They're like rectangular pieces, which was kind of cool. Seeing how my body is reacting. I feel like I'm ready to go to sleep. And this was the harness that I made him. It has these little rectangular pieces that I thought were kind of interesting, and it kind of looks a little bit spacey, which is cool. So during this time, I decided maybe it's good for him to try it on, and I had actually, people had seen the progress on this development on the channel, so I can always clip the channel section where I was starting to put this together on there. Always craft is always useful to have. He seemed quite comfortable wearing it, so that was a good thing. It was a test run as well. So he's also trying to figure out now why is everybody standing out there and checking it out, what's going on. And I'm sure he picked up that there were some different vibes going on, and I decided Dolce was going to join us over here. She seemed okay. She didn't seem too anxious, and just thought maybe the two of them in a little clip would be nice together. And that's basically that section over there. I assumed the sky was going to get a lot darker than it did. And these are the AI-generated photographs, or AI-generated graphic design pieces, I suppose, of just various ideas that I had in mind as to what we'd be looking at today. Or maybe just some sort of fictional type of thing. So this comes before the actual footage of what my husband ended up taking. And then I just thought a lunar moth would be kind of like ideal because it's just so rare to see. And yeah, that's basically where we are. Here's the actual footage or the photograph that my husband ended up taking at his workplace through a lens where he was positioned. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, I obviously didn't get the actual clip, but that's okay. This seems to work for a little video, which is cool. And then you guys can see it as what it looks like on a clear situation, which is kind of nice to see, you know, how that worked out. I'm just basically saying arigatou gozaimashita, matashita sayonara, jane bye bye, and just explaining what I saw and what I kind of discussed previous to this very moment. Obviously, the clip does not have any volume. Somehow, the volume managed to separate from the iPhone, which is what I'm using to film it. And I was using the iPad once again to watch it live with NASA, which was kind of more interesting because you got a chance to see the larger perspective rather than just looking through the glasses that could have potentially damaged your eyes in the end. So it was a nice experience on a recording level just to see how it would work out. I really did hope that it was going to get a little bit darker than it did it in the end, which is okay. It's not a problem. It is what it is. And yeah, I just thought filming at the time of the actual eclipse would be kind of interesting to have as reference, whether or not you are into this kind of stuff. It's a big topic that's being discussed right now, so I thought I should probably get in on the discussion, bring in a little bit of AI stuff. If you are interested in seeing more AI stuff in regards to graphics, I can show people how to do various things, and then also draw and sketch on a few different apps as well. So just rounding this up, thanking you guys once again for joining me in this small little experimental video. Obviously, the volume did not work at the end of the video clip, which is okay. And that's just generally the experience. So it's April 8th, 2024, and the next solar eclipse will be, I think, in 2042 or 43. And of course, we needed to test out the new harness for Diors. So afterwards, when it was safe enough to go out, decided that it was high time I took the two of these kids outside to enjoy the beautiful weather that we had. And that's basically it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the small little venture into an experimental idea of what was happening, as they are the bestest friends. They love walking together. They love going out. They're lucky that they have somebody who can make them harnesses, because usually you cannot find harnesses of this size for fur babies like this. So they have a stylist in the house for them. Thank you guys for participating in the videos again, and hope to see you guys in the next one. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so you can see various things that I'm doing. You can see the fur babies, because they will be part of footage most likely often than not. As you can see, I thoroughly enjoy having them as part of the process here. They are obviously the babies. They are the babies. These are my kids. And that's basically it. So please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys or hear you guys in the next one. Thank you again.